Tonight, one day until the World Cup final, and it arrives under a cloud of wildfire smoke and a FIFA investigation. Day 7 of the Iran standoff, with strikes now claimed in 3 separate countries. And Britain gets a new prime minister in the middle of a global crisis. It's July 18th. This is your News Rush tonight. We begin with the match the world has been building toward. Tomorrow at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, Argentina face Spain for the World Cup. Argentina arrive as defending champions chasing back-to-back titles, something no nation has done in 64 years. Spain arrive chasing a second star, and the argument that this generation is the finest they have ever produced. More than 80,000 people will be inside the stadium. Hundreds of millions will be watching. And then there is Lionel Messi. At 39, this is almost certainly his final World Cup match, the last time football's most decorated player walks out for the biggest prize in the sport. He got here by breaking English hearts on Wednesday, inspiring a comeback after Anthony Gordon had put England ahead in the 55th minute. Argentina won 2-1. Whatever happens tomorrow, this is the end of something. But 2 things are hanging over this final, and the first one you can see in the sky. Smoke from Canada's wildfires has pushed air quality alerts into 18 American states, with some cities recording their worst readings on record. MetLife Stadium is open air. There is no roof to close. Organizers say conditions are being monitored hour by hour, with contingency plans ready, but nobody can move a World Cup final indoors on a day's notice. The second problem is political. After knocking England out, Argentina's players unfurled a banner reading Las Malvinas son Argentinas, the Falklands are Argentine, reviving the wound of the 1982 war on football's biggest stage. FIFA's disciplinary code bans political messaging inside stadiums, and past cases have brought fines and even suspensions. British leaders called it inappropriate. President Milei of Argentina shrugged that he expects a fine and nothing more. FIFA has not yet ruled, which means it could still land on the morning of the final. Now to the Gulf, where the war is no longer staying in the Gulf. Iran's Revolutionary Guards say they have launched retaliatory strikes against American military facilities in 3 separate countries, Syria, Kuwait, and Oman. That is a significant widening. For a week this conflict has been fought over one waterway. Tonight its footprint stretches across the region, and every country hosting an American base is now a potential target. This follows 6 consecutive nights of American strikes inside Iran. Jets, drones, and warships have hit coastal surveillance sites, air defenses, and logistics hubs, including targets on Qeshm Island and near Bandar Abbas, positions that sit directly on the Strait of Hormuz. The campaign began after Washington reimposed its naval blockade on Iranian ports and announced a 20% toll on cargo passing through the strait. And last night the story took a darker turn. Iran's government says at least 8 people were killed in the latest wave, and that the targets included a railway station and 6 bridges, infrastructure used by civilians. The United States has not confirmed those details, and we should be careful with casualty claims from any government in wartime. But if accurate, it marks this campaign's deepest reach yet beyond purely military targets. Here is the part that has energy markets holding their breath. Iran has asked Yemen's Houthi movement to prepare to close the Bab al-Mandab Strait, the southern gateway to the Red Sea, the moment American strikes hit Iranian power infrastructure. Understand what that would mean. Hormuz is already shut. The Red Sea carries roughly 7% of global energy supplies, and Saudi Arabia has just shifted 70% of its exports through the Red Sea port of Yanbu specifically to escape the Gulf. Close both, and there is no third route. And if that sounds distant, it isn't. The average 30-year American mortgage rate has climbed to 6.55%, the highest in nearly a year, as energy-driven inflation fears ripple outward. Iraq's oil production has been cut by more than half with Hormuz closed. Chevron is racing to sign agreements on 2 giant Iraqi fields and a pipeline to the Mediterranean that bypasses the strait entirely. The map of global energy is being redrawn, and the cost of your mortgage is one of the places it shows up. To London now, where Britain is changing leaders in the middle of all of this. Andy Burnham has been elected leader of the Labour Party and will be appointed Prime Minister on Monday, July 20th. The former Greater Manchester mayor built his reputation as a regional voice outside the Westminster establishment. He now inherits one of the hardest opening weeks a modern British Prime Minister has faced, a widening war in the Gulf, energy prices climbing, and a party he has to unite behind him from day one. 3 more stories worth your attention tonight. In southwestern China, a landslide has struck Pingshui County in the Chongqing region, burying part of a residential area with an unknown number of people trapped beneath the debris. A large-scale rescue operation is underway, with crews working across unstable ground. Rescues like this are measured in hours. And something entirely different to end on. Scientists have confirmed that a potentially habitable planet 49 light-years away has an atmosphere. That matters, because an atmosphere is one of the non-negotiables for life as we understand it. It traps warmth and shields a surface where chemistry can happen. To be clear, potentially habitable does not mean inhabited. But the universe's short list of places worth staring at just got a little shorter. That's your news rush tonight. Tomorrow, Argentina and Spain, for the World Cup, under whatever sky New Jersey gives them. We'll have the result and the reaction the moment it's done. Subscribe so you don't miss it, a new rush every day at noon Eastern, and the deep dive right here. Good night.